Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Rohit Paradkar and today we are going to be unboxing a new mini GT that I've got my hands on. This is the Mazda Miata MX-5. This is going to be model number 1069 for mini GT. So let's just open it up. This is the Mazda Miata MX-5 NA. That is what it says on the box. Can you quickly tell me what does NA stand for? Here in the Mazda scheme of things, or the Miata MX-5 scheme of things, NA means the first generation of the Miata to ever come out. The ones that followed were the NB, the NC, and the current one that's in the market is called the ND. Now this is going to be in a blue. They call it the dark blue on the box. So let's see just how dark is it. Oh my god, such a tiny casting. Look at the size of the blister. Before I go to that, some of you have messaged me that I should show the box, at least on models that don't appear like recolors. So yes, they have done mini GT Mazda MX-5s in the past, but I don't have any of those. And the box is pretty simple. At the back, just one little rectangle saying Mazda Motor Corporation, approval number 20020. Now usually Mazda gives a very simple license logo, right? They don't really go into big holograms or whatever. We've seen that with the RX-7s for Liberty Walk, for Aria Mania, so yeah, it's pretty simple that way. And the box art just shows that blue color and that car, and pretty simple that way. But the car doesn't look simple at all. I think it just looks tiny and gorgeous. So the blister is really small. We just saw that recently with the Mazda AZ1 as well, right? The Liberty Walk Mazda AZ1. And what a tiny car. Absolutely tiny. So what do we have here? Is this removable? No, but this is plastic. So we've got a plastic roof. It's not a removable roof. Now I've heard that some of the older Mazda models that Mini GT has done, they have also put a fabric roof on some of the models. I really want to see those. I've not seen them in the flesh yet. So hopefully if I get my hands on them someday, hopefully. The headlights, pop-up headlights, but not the pop-up type on this car. There is no notch or anything and they are not going to go down. So if I try to press them, I might just end up breaking them. So I don't want to do that. But I'm really liking those wheels. It's got a tiny 4-spoke arrangement right in the center and the riveted chrome lines that you see on the side. It's such a beautiful design. I really like it, and it rolls freely, of course. These tiny things are the ire of a lot of people who do track days in supercars and big exotic machines, because these tiny things, they handle so well. The power to weight ratio is so nice. They are just running circles around them. They always call them the irritating little insects, those little Mazda MX-5s, always ruining your lines. But come on, these are fun cars. If you ever get a chance to drive one, please don't let that chance go. This is something that you need to experience, especially these early generation ones. Now this is the first generation model, so it came with two engine options, in the sense that the first model came with a 1.6 liter engine. It put out about 116 horsepower if I'm not wrong, and that was pretty good for this kind of size and these diminutive proportions that it has. These pop-up headlights look nice. It was a proper sports car vibe. It had Lotus inspiration, of course, in the weight handle, in some of the design. So all that very nicely captured here by Mini GT, that old school vibe captured here by Mini GT. You see those tiny lights down below as well, and those orange reflectors on the side, and those chrome wheels that I was talking about, tiny little wheelbase, and beautiful iconic tail lights on this one. On that blue color, it just stands out so well. And then you got that single exhaust canister, nothing too big. The underside is also quite nicely detailed. I quite like it. It didn't have mixed tire size or anything, so you see that right here. Rubber tires, of course, and like I showed you, it rolls freely. And this is the tuned version, is what Mini GT says on the box. So we've got some tuner logos on the side. We've got Advan, Yokohama, HKS, Sparco, and Mini GT. Those are the logos that you see. So you're looking at Sparco seats on the inside, I'm guessing, and it's an all black interior that I see inside. If only this could be removed, yeah, that would have been awesome. Or if only these headlights were the pop-up type like we've seen on the Honda NSX from Kaido, something like that would have been just awesome. But this is amazing. I'm really liking this. So I was talking about the engine specs, right? So the early models, they came with a 1.6 liter engine. The later models came with a 1.8 liter engine that bumped it up to about 133 PS. And with that power to weight ratio, this was really amazing. But the box also says that this is the tuned version. So you check it right here. It says this is the tuned version of the MX-5. Now the tuned version, that you're looking at over 200 horsepower if this was turbocharged. So you got the Garrett GT25 turbo kit, a natural bolt-on kit for the engines, the 1.6 and the 1.8 liter engines. So if you were to put that with the ECU that came in the kit, you were looking at 210 horsepower, more than 130 at the wheel. And that is some serious power. I mean, these cars could do some really quick speeds. It could go from standstill to 100 in about 5.5 seconds. Yeah, so I mean, let that sink in. Today, cars with big V6s, V8s are probably not able to do that, you know. So that power to weight ratio was the big talking point for the Mazda Miata. And it's just amazing. I mean, just the way it looks, the way it's been detailed, and how Mini GT's captured all of that. It's so beautiful. I just want to leave it on my desk. I think I'm just going to get two or three of these probably. Just leave one on my desk, maybe put one in my car. I'm just loving this one. I love the RX-7, but this MX-5 casting is just too good. You definitely need one in your collection. I mean, just look at the size here in terms of the parking as well, you know, on the mat. Just see how small it is. It's tiny. It's just tiny. I mean, let me give you, for comparison's sake, let me show you what a BMW M4 looks like next to it. Let me just pull that out of the box. This is the new Sakhir Orange BMW M4. I've done a separate video on that as well. But just check it out. I mean, when I park the two next to each other, just check out the sheer size and the length of the car. That's just amazing. Let me put this over here like that. And over here, in fact, let me put the front wheels of both over there. Just check that out. Just check out the size difference. And this is an M4 we are talking about. So it's not some really big exotic supercar, a really wide and long supercar, something that we're talking about, a two-door coupe, right, from BMW. Check that out. Check out the difference in size. It just looks stunning, doesn't it? Okay, fine. I know you want to see the other little Mazda as well for comparison. So here goes. Here comes the AZ1. So the AZ1, tinier still. Again, let's do the same thing. I'm going to park the front wheels inside those white lines. And the AZ1 is even smaller. This remains the smallest then that Mini GT has done in the 1:64 scale, but amazing. Such two cute Mazdas that we've had in quick succession. Just love these models. Too cute. Do you already have them in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. What do you think about these two? I think they are both stunning, but I'm just digging this one right now. I absolutely love this. I've already told you that in the video that I did. The detailing on this is just massive. It's amazing. But this one, I'm totally digging. Just love the color combo, love the details, love what they've done with such a tiny little car. And if you've hung around till the end, thank you so much for watching this one. Until the next one, take care, drive safe, and happy collecting. And don't forget to subscribe.